All right, let me get low here so you can see me. Paul here, wanted to do a quick video now that I've got my public land packed together, so to speak, what I'm going to be carrying in the woods. Like I said in videos past, I want to do like a minimalist approach to public land hunting this year. It's one of the things I hated about hunting in the past and kind of kept me out of the woods some, is I just hated carrying all the stuff around that weighted me down that I really didn't ever need, but I thought I might need at one time or another. So what I'm going to do this year is I'll go over what I'm taking, what I'm shooting, final choice. So I have an old Mountain Mesa by Three Rivers. It's a 64-inch bow. It's 45 at 28, and I'm pulling the full 45. Pretty positive I'm pulling the full 45. It's so close, it's pathetic. So anyway, 27 and whatever, but to 28 is what I'm pulling it. Really good looking bow. I wanted something that I could take in the woods and beat to death and wouldn't care about what it looked like at the end of the season. I didn't see the need in taking my more expensive bows out there. I got a nice Royal Crown made by Fox Archery, and I'd cry if that thing got scratched up too much. But this one I'm taking bow wise, quiver running a Thunderhorn 4 arrow. I guess they call it the mini BOA, and I'm running a set of custom King. These are just like the budget shaft portal for cedar, 50-55s. Showed you my tuning lows over the last couple days, and I finally feel like I'm there. At 15 yards, I just put a group up, you know, baseball size group at 15 yards. I'm happy with it. I can do it out to 20 yards. I put a softball to a cantaloupe size out at 25 yards. So that's, to me, with wood arrows and some of the inconsistencies they can have, I'm very pleased with it. That's what I like about shooting a longbow. It keeps you honest. I think a recurve is much more forgiving, in my opinion, than a longbow. I think longbow really makes you appreciate form and makes you adopt really good form to shoot well. And I think wood arrows are like an extension of that trial and error of form. You have to really have really good form with wood arrows to see consistency with them. And it's only making me a better archer shooting wood arrows. I'll just go ahead and tell you that. Carbons, you kind of get lazy a little bit and get away with a lot. But woods will let you know fast what's going on. Of course, I'm going to run my push arm guard. Gotta support the boys, love them to death. And it'll keep my string off my clothes. I will be running a push pack. So this is going to complete my minimalistic pack ideas for how I can stay light going in the woods. This thing probably don't weigh, you know, 6 or 7 pounds. I've got it packed down with exactly what I'm going to take in the woods with me. So I'll start up top pocket. I have an extra, and that's going to be my tab that I run this year, and from now on I don't care. Yost is the best. I have 2 brass tabs, so I got my spare one in there. I have my zip tie for attaching tags for when I kill me a deer. I have torch lighter for multiple purposes, whether I need to fix a head, so I got some hot melt. I can start a fire. I can do multiple things with that lighter. Lighter is a really good, smart idea to have in there. You never know what you might need a lighter for. So that goes in the top pocket, out of the way, no big deal. I can do repairs in the field and have something to tag my deer with. Going down to where the 3D arrow pouch is. So no arrows are going to be carried in that. I don't think it'd be a great idea, but I do have my, and I had to wait to do this video today, I got my little 13-inch bow hanger. I needed a smaller one, more packable, lighter. I had the big triple one that got, you know, you could put that thing out 40 foot off the tree, but honestly, you don't need it. You just needed enough room to get your feathers from contacting the tree. And I think it just keeps you a smaller profile while you're hanging in the tree as well, without having a bunch of stuff hanging way far off. I mean, I know it's cool, I know it gives you room, but I'm just trying to stay more light, better concealment, better cover. I have my Black & Decker lock limb trimmer. that I can do quick limbs going up the tree. That is also sitting beside my bow hanger in the arrow pouch. I still got room to put something else in there if I want to, but try not to, keep it light. My main tab will ride on the strap that you have up here to hold maybe your rain gear, your jacket, something like that walking in. So that's where that's going to ride. Inside, oh well, while we're outside, this pocket right here. This year I'm going to choose to forego carrying binoculars because of two reasons. One, the areas I hunt in, I really don't have room, or I don't have enough. Make sure I'm still filming. My memory fills up. I don't really have enough range to need them. So if I see a deer, I can tell if it's a shooter or not, or if I'm going to shoot it or not. I really don't need binoculars to weigh me down. So I'm going to opt to carry a rangefinder. A rangefinder, traditional archer and rangefinder. You're stupid if you got one and you don't carry it. I've never once ranged a deer before I shot it. Shot two with traditional equipment. I shot a pile of deer with a compound, and never one time ranged deer before I shot it. I don't have time. This ain't TV hunting. You don't have a nice big old corn pile on public land to sit there and just take your time. It's a no bait hunt sign type of thing. So what I do and what I use a rangefinder for is I establish my kill box. So when I climb the tree, I know that my point on is 25 yards. And so what I do is I establish that 25-yard perimeter, 360 degrees around the tree. So when the time comes and I need to shoot, I know that that deer is inside the kill box, and I know that halfway between that and the edge of the kill box, I know that I'm at, you know, just over 15, just under 20. And I know, and I can kind of have that in my mind and be confident that I know that that deer is within my effective range, and I don't have to sit there and range it to find out and take all that time and all that extra movement. So yes, I am carrying a rangefinder. That's me. So no binoculars, rangefinder. I was carrying both at one time, and just too much weight. So inside the push pad, I have a gear hoist that's self-retracting. It's just a cheap Allen from Walmart. Been using this thing for years. I love it. I've got a loop tied on there for so I can put my tip of my bow in there, and that was for, I had a little extra length to hook my bag up, but I'm not going to have a bag because I'm climbing with my push pack. So that will be just pulling my bow up the tree as I climb up, and I'll show you my stand set up here in just a minute. I have my hydration, my water, so I'll carry a bottle of water, and most of my hunts are 3 to 4, maybe 5-6 hours. I'll have some type of, this is just a mock, what might be in their cereal bar, something, jerky, whatever, but that's going to be inside this pack right here, out of the way, so if I have to get in there, it makes minimum noise. Okay, the back pocket here, let me set some of this stuff out of the way. So that's in this side, snack, whatever, and beside it I have my skinning knife. So I opted last year to buy one of these Outdoor Edge Easy Lock EDC replaceable blade knives for skinning purposes. I mean, it's just cleaner, they're sharp as a whiz, and you can put a replaceable blade on there and be back in business in no time. And I also got a replaceable blade with it. I think 2 blades is plenty to take down a whitetail. Where I hunt at, the rules and regulations are you can't quarter deer out in the woods anyway, so basically all I'm going to use this knife for is to gut. Perfect. So that holds right here in this pocket. Okay, in the front pocket, my theory for flashlights or lighting is 2 is 1 and 1 is none. If your batteries run out in your flashlight, something happens, your light craps out on you, you're out there in the dark, that can get kind of hairy, it can get kind of dangerous. So I have my Bushnell, I've had this for several years. It just runs off of 3 or 4 triple or double A's, and it has the red light, the blood tracker, and 2 beam lights for walking in and walking out. Normally I use the red light, spooks less, I think. And also have a handheld Smash 'em light, local company in Ohio. They make really good lights for blood trailing. It's a big floodlight. You can pull that out and it reduces down to a really small spot, like if you're blood trailing really hard to see. and it'll concentrate down to one spot. So that's my 2 light sources. Really lightweight, fits in that front pocket real easy, and doesn't take up a lot of room. I also have, or had in here, I got to put it back in here, I forgot, but I got me a little emergency, just a cheap emergency poncho. If I was to get caught in a big downpour or something, I could pull that out right quick, throw it on, ball it up, put it in my pocket when it's over with, and I can stay pretty dry. So that, in a nutshell, my friends, is what I'm going to drag in the woods this year, as far as my pack and my bow. I don't know if I said I'm going to shoot Zwickey Eskimos off of those Custom King arrows. They sharpen up real easy on that 795 Rada sharper. Pull them through there a couple times each side, and they'll pop hair off your arm. Pushback, very lightweight. Can't wait to use it. Bow and arrow setup, very lightweight. I bet that whole setup probably don't weigh 2.5 pounds. All right, I'll just pull the phone over here for the stand setup. So I bought this last year for my public land running gun, but it is a Millennium M7 micro light. Folks, this stand is awesome. That cam buckle ratchet straps to the tree, so you're perfectly secure. It doesn't budge, it doesn't creak. That platform, it might look small for big feet people, but I promise you, I got a buddy that hunts one, and he's got big feet, and it is perfect. And to get up the tree, I have 3 API sticks that I've took the cam buckles off, and I'm gonna run the strap knot on them, where you tie a certain type of knot around what looks like a Versa button, which is pretty much the same thing. I do have rope coming, 8mm static rappel rope, that hopefully will get here before hunting season, but I wasn't paying attention when I ordered it off of eBay, and the crap's coming from China. And you know how China goes, you either get it in 2 weeks or you don't get it for 2 months. So once that comes, I'll replace the straps on my sticks. I'll have about 7-foot ropes, and you throw it around the tree, and I'll do another video on it when it gets here. But you go around the top of the buckle, up under, back across the top of the Versa button, and tie a 1/2 hitch on the other side, and you're secure. And it's really quick, really easy. You don't got no metal buckles or them pull buckles clanging around everywhere. And it cuts weight off your setup. So that stand setup by itself, I think the stand's like 11 pounds, or 10 or 11 pounds, I think. Might be a little less than that. And the sticks are about 1.5 a piece. So less than, was that, not even 17 pounds for a stand. A pound and a half or 2.5 pounds for a bow, and then maybe a 5-pound pack, drop leg pack. So I'm hopefully getting in the woods for right at 20 pounds everything, and that's going to be good, because some of the spots we walk back to on public land, we can get back 1.5 miles. Some spots at least 1/2 mile to a mile. So I'll be more apt to get up at dark 30 and go hunting. But I just wanted to share. Real excited about the push pack and what it's going to bring to, or what it's not going to bring, and not going to weigh me down to the woods with me this year. So this is Paul Helms signing out. Hope you enjoyed it. Share your videos. I like to see what everybody else is carrying in the woods. I get my ideas from you. So let's help each other out. Y'all shoot straight. God bless.